All right, so now our horse is all groomed. He's clean, his feet are picked, he's got sunscreen and fly spray. He's ready to go for a ride. So first thing I'm gonna do is put my saddle pad and my saddle blanket on my horse. This is kind of like the sock before the shoe. So this is how I keep my horse's back protected. It also makes it a more comfortable ride for myself and for the horse. Now when I get it up there, I want to make sure that there's no folded edges, nothing that's wrinkled. Imagine you just put your shoe on and your sock is all wrinkled around your foot. It's not going to be very comfortable. So when we put the blanket and the pad on, we just make sure that it's nice and flat, it's laid evenly, and it's laying on his back nicely. Then we check to make sure that it's far enough forward on his shoulder that when I put the saddle on, it'll be sitting in the right spot. So your pad and blanket should go about the middle of his shoulder, and this first section of the pad should sit right here in his armpit. All right, now we're ready for the saddle. And people put the saddle on differently, but the way I'm gonna do it is stand up near his head and toss it up and over. And that's the best way for me to put it on. Okay. Now I'm gonna make sure that I got my saddle secured on my horse tight, and then we'll go over some parts of the saddle. All right, Kip is all saddled, he's ready to go. We're gonna learn a little bit of the parts of the saddle. So if you guys see that in your booklet, this is where we're gonna go over the different parts of a saddle. So first things first, this one here. A lot of people know what this is for, but this is called the stirrup. So this is where your feet are gonna go when you're on your saddle. And this is how you keep yourself balanced and comfortable in the seat. So, stirrup is this one here. This is where your feet go. Then we have the horn. So, this is what a lot of people use to hold on to, but it can actually be used as basically a tool to catch cattle, to move equipment, to have your horse hold something versus yourself, because he's obviously gonna be a lot stronger than I am. But this one's called your horn, and where your butt goes, it's called your seat. So just like when you pick your seat at the dinner table, this is gonna be your seat in the saddle. So right here is your seat, the horn, your stirrup, and we have down here, your cinch. So this is basically the belt that holds the saddle onto our horse. This is how the saddle stays on top so we can stay on top. Okay guys, now that our saddle's up on our horse, we're just about ready to ride. The last step is gonna be our bridle. So this is how we're gonna have control of our horse. The bridle's gonna go right on his head, and the bit will go in his mouth. And we're always nice and patient for bridling our horse. Nicely done, Kip. This strap here is called the throat latch, and that's what helps keep our bridle on our horse. And this is the most important thing that we have. This is called the reins. This is how we control our horse. So the reins is how we communicate with our horse and ask him to do the things that we need. So we'll go over a little bit about how we ride and what that looks like. So now we're all ready to go. We've got our bridle, our saddle, and our horse ready to rock and roll.